Welcome back to Boston Celtics News Today, fans. Before we dive into this hot topic, make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest Celtics news and updates. Now, let's get into the controversy surrounding two of Boston's biggest stars at the 2024 Paris Olympics. The Boston Celtics found themselves in the middle of an Olympic storm when Team USA chose Derek White to replace Kawhi Leonard, leaving NBA Finals MVP Jaylen Brown off the roster. The decision raised eyebrows, especially after Brown's spectacular performances during the NBA Finals. The Boston Celtics found themselves at the center of controversy during the 2024 Paris Olympics when Team USA made a surprising roster decision. Derek White, a key Celtics player, was selected to replace Kawhi Leonard, leaving NBA Finals MVP Jaylen Brown off the roster. This decision puzzled many fans and analysts, especially given Brown's stellar performance during the Finals, where he was instrumental in Boston's success. Brown, known for his elite two-way game and leadership on the court, seemed like a logical choice for Team USA, making his omission even more surprising. His exclusion raised questions about the team's selection process, particularly after Brown had just proven himself as one of the top players in the league. Many believed his absence from the roster was a missed opportunity for Team USA, as he had the skill set and mindset to thrive on the international stage. This situation has sparked discussions about how Brown might use this snub as motivation heading into the next NBA season, potentially fueling his drive for even greater success with the Celtics. But that wasn't the only controversy. In a surprising move, Team USA head coach Steve Kerr benched Jason Tatum for 2 of the tournament's 6 games. Most notably, Tatum was left out of a crucial semifinal against Serbia, a tightly contested matchup that many believe could have ended differently with Tatum on the court. In a recent interview with John Corrales on Locked On Celtics, Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla shared his thoughts on the Olympic snub. When asked about the possibility of Brown and Tatum seeking revenge next season, Mazzulla didn't rule it out, but emphasized the bigger picture. The drama surrounding Team USA at the 2024 Olympics didn't end with Jaylen Brown's exclusion. Another unexpected decision from head coach Steve Kerr added fuel to the fire when he chose to bench Jason Tatum for 2 of the team's 6 games. Most notably, Tatum was left out of a pivotal semifinal match against Serbia, a tight contest that many believe could have had a different outcome if Tatum had been on the court. His absence during such a crucial game raised eyebrows and sparked debate among fans and analysts who questioned Kerr's tactical choices. In an interview on Locked On Celtics, Boston head coach Joe Mazzulla weighed in on the Olympic snub of both Tatum and Brown. When asked whether the two players might be fueled by a sense of revenge in the upcoming NBA season, Mazzulla didn't dismiss the idea, but encouraged a broader perspective. He acknowledged their competitive spirit, stating, "They're 2 great players, and if they want to use that as motivation, that's great. But my focus is helping them grow as players and as a team." Mazzulla emphasized that while revenge can be a short-term motivator, long-term success comes from continued growth and development. He seems determined to ensure that any frustration Tatum and Brown may have experienced will translate into positive results for the Celtics, focusing on building a championship-caliber team for the upcoming season. "They're 2 competitors and they are who they are," Mazzulla said. "They're 2 great players. If they want to take revenge on that particular game, that's great for them." However, Mazzulla was quick to point out that revenge shouldn't be their only motivator. He said, "Revenge is healthy, and it's not at the same time. I think you can have a little bit of it, but when that runs out, what are you going to rely on?" In discussing the recent Olympic snubs of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, Boston Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla acknowledged the competitive nature of both players, but offered a thoughtful perspective on motivation. Speaking on their potential desire for revenge, Mazzulla commented, "They're 2 competitors and they are who they are. They're great players. If they want to take revenge on that particular game, that's great for them." However, Mazzulla was quick to caution against relying solely on revenge as motivation. He emphasized the need for a more balanced approach, saying, "Revenge is healthy, and it's not at the same time. You can have a little bit of it, but when that runs out, what are you going to rely on?" Mazzulla's message to Brown and Tatum highlights the importance of growth and sustained progress. While using disappointment as short-term fuel can be effective, Mazzulla is focused on the long-term development of his star players, helping them maintain a championship mindset throughout the season. By doing so, he aims to channel their competitive drive into continuous improvement, rather than letting revenge be their primary source of motivation. The coach made it clear that his main focus is on growth, for both himself as a coach and for his star players. With that mindset, Mazzulla seems intent on channeling any frustration Brown and Tatum might have into something more sustainable for the long term. Now, the big question for Celtics fans: will these Olympic snubs light a fire under Brown and Tatum heading into next season? Will we see an even more motivated Celtics duo, ready to prove they deserved more respect on the world stage? Coach Joe Mazzulla has made it clear that his primary focus is on fostering growth, not just for himself as a coach, but also for his star players, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He aims to turn any frustration the duo may feel from their Olympic snubs into long-term motivation, helping them channel their competitive nature in a way that fuels sustained development. Mazzulla's approach seems centered on keeping his players focused on the bigger picture, ensuring they are prepared for the challenges of the upcoming season. Now, the big question for Celtics fans is whether these Olympic snubs will ignite an extra spark in Brown and Tatum. Will their exclusion from key moments on the world stage drive them to perform at an even higher level in the NBA? Both players have proven they thrive under pressure, and this situation might just push them to show the world what they're truly capable of. Celtics fans will be eager to see if the duo returns with a renewed determination to prove they deserved more recognition internationally and to lead their team to a potential championship run. As the new season approaches, all eyes will be on Brown and Tatum to see how they respond. What do you think, Celtics fans? Should Brown and Tatum use this as fuel for a championship run? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Boston Celtics News Today fans for more exclusive updates.